thought about. Like going to a new world that's just kinda different from this one.
Hey there, anime fans. Welcome back to our channel. Today we dive into the mesmerizing world of Isekai anime with So get ready to be captivated as unveil 10 list new Isekai anime unforgettable adventures. Before we jump in, don't forget to subscribe button and let's watch Isekai anime. Number 10. Blue Archive the Animation. Kivotos is a federal megalopolis comprising thousands of schools and is led by the General Student Council, GSC, which acts as its governing body. Ironically, despite being an academy city, Kivotos is rife with gun violence, and all students wield firearms as part of their everyday lives. As if the crisis in Kivotos was not enough, the GSC president is nowhere to be found. Fortunately, before her sudden disappearance, the GSC president enlisted the help of Sensei, a teacher who was most likely the only one in Kivotos, to support students in their time of need. Sensei's first course of action is to assist Abitus High School, a once prestigious academy now with merely 5 students in attendance. These remaining students are doing everything they can to pay their academy's crippling debt of almost 1 billion yen. Number 9. The New Gate. The New Gate is an online life or death game with tens of thousands of players. Thanks to Shin, the most skilled veteran player, the other players will finally be released from the game. Shin has killed the last boss and believes he is finally able to escape when he is blinded by a flash of mysterious light. He awakes to find himself in the game's world 500 years later. So begins a new chapter in the life of an unsurpassed legendary player. Number 8. Plussized Elf. Naokun, a massage therapist, is about to head home for the day when he's saddled with a rather strange patient. This lovely lady has emerald eyes, pointy ears, and grew up in the forest. Everything about her screams elf, except for one thing, her bodacious body. It turns out she left her world but loves junk food in this one, and now her obsession has caught up with her. Can Naokun help this lovable elf girl lose the weight and keep it off? Number 7. Quality Assurance in Another World.
Wow, Aga, your avatar is like so freaking manly.
For real? Can't possibly be as macho as Kuro's, can it?
I can actually feel my muscles rippling.
Nicola is just a village girl working at the inn, until the day dragons invade, and she meets Heiga, a scholar of everything around him. He's a part of an elite society called Seeker, created to address a series of maladies plaguing their usually peaceful world. But both Nicola and Heiga have secrets they hide, ones that will change each other's very existence. Number 6. No Longer Allowed in Another World. An adventure in another world with cute girls by your side in video game-like powers sounds like an anime fan's dream, right? Not so for melancholic author Osamu Dazai, who would quite literally prefer to drop dead. Video games haven't even been invented yet when he gets yanked into another world in 1948. Really, all the fantastical adventure he keeps running into is just getting in the way of his poetic dream of finding the perfect place to die. But no matter how much he risks his hide, everything seems to keep turning out okay. Follow a miserable hero like no other in this cheerfully bleak Isekai comedy. Number 5. Suicide Squad Isekai. Amanda Waller, the head of RGUS, has assembled a group of notorious criminals for a mission: Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Peacemaker, Clayface, and King Shark. These DC supervillains are sent into an otherworldly realm that's connected to this world through a gate. It's a world of swords and magic where orcs rampage and dragons rule the skies and Isekai. Harley Quinn and the others go berserk after arriving in the Isekai but are captured by the kingdom's soldiers and sent to prison. They only have 72 hours before the bombs implanted in their necks explode. The clock is ticking. After negotiations with Queen Eldora, their liberation is contingent upon the conquest of her enemies, a hostile imperial army. The squad members have no choice but to throw themselves headfirst into the battle's frontline. If they run, they die. If they lose, they die. With their lives on the line, can Harley Quinn and the Suicide Squad survive in the Isekai? Brace yourselves for the pulse-pounding saga of the elite task force known as the Suicide Squad as they embark on a jaw-dropping adventure. Let the party begin. Number 4. Dalia In Bloom, crafting a fresh start with magical tools. After dying of overwork in Japan, Dalia is reborn into a world filled with magic. Raised by a master of magical toolmaking, she develops a passion for the craft and becomes engaged to her father's apprentice. Before her father can see her wed, however, he suddenly passes away. As if this weren't enough, on the day before their wedding, her fiancé announces that he's in love, but not with her. Dalia finally realizes she needs to live for herself. She vows to be her own woman from now on and devote herself to her craft, even if it's not quite the quiet life she was hoping for. From a chance encounter with a knight to starting her own company, there are challenges aplenty on the horizon. But this young craftswoman is no longer a shrinking violet, she's Dalia, and she's ready to bloom. Number 3. The strongest magician in the Demon Lord's army was a human.
なんて書いてあるんだろう。はあ。
Mao Army's strongest magician I'm called. Ike, a demon capable of capturing a fort alone. Clearing away enemies with immense magic, he is without a doubt a monster awed by friend and foe. However, he has a secret he can't tell other demons. Actually I'm human, you know. Using modern knowledge to keep his secret, he became treated as a great commander and the driving force of the Mao's army. Number 2. Failure frame, I became the strongest and annihilated everything with low-level spells. Abruptly catapulted into a fantasy world, Mimori Tuka and his classmates have been summoned by the world's resident goddess to serve as heroes. Luckily, most of the students display amazing skills upon arrival, except for Mimori, whose abilities bottom out at a measly E rank. With no further use for him, the goddess banishes Mimori to a dungeon from which no one has ever returned alive. Yet, as it turns out, Mimori's skills aren't so much worthless as they are abnormal. Abnormally powerful, even. If Mimori can only claw his way back to the surface, nothing will stand in his way from getting revenge. Number 1. A journey through another world, raising kids while adventuring.
どういう状況だよこれ。なんか僕が悪いことしたみたいじゃないか。
僕はシルフェリエルと申します。
あ、僕は茅野匠です。
I'm terribly sorry. A god was suddenly prostrating in front of Kayano Takumi. He was apparently killed by a mistake. Moreover, he can't be reborn again. However, according to God, he would be able to live in a different world, but he made a mistake again and transferred him into a dangerous forest, where he finds a pair of children and decides to take care of them.
Coming real, it's the next episode.